Hi peeps, it's Terence back on the old squat box once again, having a little bit of the old water life, and oh, my beard's all sticky. Oh God, last day can't do a thing with it, you know what I mean? It's so sticky, you know. I need to trim it. I need to get my trimmer and get a trim. Got to trim the old hair as well, it's getting a bit long. Anyway, yeah, I'm just thinking, you know what I mean, we've got these elections come up in America, next year for like the presidency, and like I'm wondering, like, with all this stuff going on, and with ISIS, over in the Middle East, and how well America did over the preceding 10 years in, say, Afghanistan and Iraq, I mean, are we going to see the same success, you know what I mean? Fantastic success, from America and Libya and Syria and Egypt even. You could probably push into Egypt as well, open that whole, can of worms up, clean it out, wash the worms out and tidy that tin up for them. Let the Egyptians have a nice clean tin to live in. I mean, God, the success of the American, if you listen to the Republicans, the success of the American invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan has just been tremendous. I mean, $3.5 trillion. They built, God, they must have built at least 1 million miles of roads, probably 13,000 schools, 1,100 hospitals, 5 or 6 power plants, they must have strung 3 million miles of copper cable, at least twice, you know what I mean? Enough to go straight from here to the moon and back, you know what I mean? Copper cable, I would think, in both Afghanistan and Iraq. Fantastic success. Nobody can question that. Fantastic success, the American invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. So, are we going to see, say we get a Republican president, we've got a Republican House, we've got a Republican Senate. Are we going to see the same success in Libya, Syria, and hopefully Egypt, that we're seeing in both Afghanistan and Iraq? And maybe even pushing into Iran and sort that comfortably off country, sort them out as well, because they're terrible dire straits, you know what I mean? They've got no economy, you know what I mean? Nobody will trade with them. I don't know why, probably something to do with their goods are crap or something, Anyway, but probably, we could have a real success in Iran as well. Iran, Syria, Libya, Egypt, America could continue the great success it's had in the Middle East by, investing maybe another $3 or $4 trillion, in that area, maybe 500,000 people, boots on the ground in all these countries, and really, just totally tidy up, and finish off the polishing of, the Middle East for the world, and, bring democracy and freedom to that area of the world, and, I just think, that's probably what I see in the future if we have a Republican president, whereby if we get a Democratic president, failure, complete failure, I mean, they'll probably spend time on, health care and infrastructure and all that crappy stuff that we don't really need, setting up agencies to look after people and clarity and what the future vision is of these players. Just troops around, 500,000, 1 million troops on the ground, $3-4 trillion, as many bombs and rockets as we can fire at them. We would probably tidy that whole area up. I think the Republicans are going to have a great show here. They're going to have a brilliant win in the next elections, and their policies, overseas policies, work. I'm sure Ted Cruz would be a fantastic president. Lindsey Graham. God, Lindsey Graham couldn't have a better president. Just go in there and kick their ass. That's the proper way of dealing with stuff as far as America. All I'm thinking as well is, if it works so much and so well overseas, No, mate, this invasion of countries and fix them and sort them all out. We're so good overseas. When are we going to see America invade America? Because that's really what America needs. I mean, America is in a terrible state. Bridges falling down, roads crumbling. You know, my God, it's just horrific. You know, horrific. The terrible, you know, flooding damage, the tornado damage, you know, the amount of schools and hospitals that are being closed. I mean, you know, let's face it. If it's worked so well in the Middle East, it couldn't do anything but work just as well in America. I think America should probably invade itself. In fact, it could only work even better for Libya, Syria, Iran and Egypt if America invaded itself in 2016, sorted itself out with exactly the same, you know, overseas policy it would use, you know what I mean, but use it on itself. Then in 2017, everything would be fixed in America. You would be, well, you would probably have the $4 trillion it would take to invade those other 4 countries. Right there, as spare cash. As fucking spare cash you would have it. In 1 year you could probably make the $4 trillion you would need to invade those 4 countries. So I would put off invading the Middle East for a year, invade America first, sort America out, you know what I mean? A few rockets here, a couple of bombs there, you know, a couple of carpet bombing fucking actions, you know, root out the insurgents, you know, I'm sure there's some of them somewhere in America, root them out, no rooting branch, you know, get rid of them, and you know, build all those schools and hospitals and the hundreds of thousands of miles of roads that you've built all over the world. If you just did that in America in 2017, you could take over the world. It would set you up for being the only people in the world who could sort the problems of the world if you just sorted out America first. Just quick invasion of America, get that under your belt, and then, you know, the rest of the world would be, you know, welcome you with flowers, you know, like they did in Iraq. It would be fantastic. You know, I prediction, that Graham guy, you know, he's going to be president, going to sort out America with a quick invasion of America, and you know, then on to the Middle East, solve that, and then push on to the Far East and solve their problems. You know, by 2020 the world could be the most peaceful place in the universe. You know what I mean? I'm just predicting that now. Spanjivar, motherfuckers. Vote for Lindsey Graham in 2016. He's a man that sort it all out, you know what I mean? Definitely. And a rotating first, what's it, first woman? Oh, I don't know. What do you call her? Anyway, a rotating woman in the White House. Fantastic. A great idea. Could have a Chinese woman one day, you know, a black woman the next day, you know, or maybe it'd be week to week. Chinese woman, you know, and maybe a Turkish woman, you know, and then maybe an Arab woman, then maybe a black woman, then maybe a white Southern woman, you know. Teach them all how to cook grits properly on the internet, you know. Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, you could have a whole White House on the internet show, you know, a live internet reality show with Graham and his family. Graham and his many first wives, whatever you call them, you know. Yeah, I see great things in the future, you know, on the internet. It could even take up gaming and stream gaming on YouTube when it comes out, you know what I mean? That would be amazing, it'd be fantastic. I think the world would love it. It'd be a big win for the Republicans, it'd get the youth vote as well. Imagine how many young people would tune in to watch Lindsey Graham, you know, play, say, you know, Battlefield 4 or something, you know what I mean? Or CSGO. Or he could be a big CSGO player, you know what I mean? That'd be big. That'd be big. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Spanjivar.